put hands in a circle, and then you shake them all out and do the bogey.
I was waiting for some. Hello and welcome back to Randomly Generated Conversations. I'm Wesley and this is Bastian.
Hello.
For those who are just joining us, this is the podcast where we take some random conversation starters and we see where the conversation goes from there. To start us off, we have what sport is most exciting to watch and what is the most boring? Sebastian, to you, what is the most exciting sport and what is the most boring sport?
I think the most exciting is either ping pong or tennis.
Okay.
The reason why is because I have a teacher. He was showing us a video of some professional ping pongers at the Olympics.
Okay, now that's
and
cool.
It was really fast and it was crazy. I don't remember who it was against each other, but it was pretty fun.
Okay.
And tennis is also another paddle sport. I think that one's just pretty cool in general.
Okay, I would have thought you would have gone with like hockey or something.
Oh yeah, wait. Hockey is a sport.
Over the last couple of years, you've kind of
very much
gotten into hockey, but
very much hockey.
Ping pong hockey, I guess, pretty similar, right?
Yep. When you're trying to get a puck into the goals, the other you're just trying to launch a ball off a table. It's the exact same thing.
Trying to get the puck off the table and launch the balls into the holes.
Yep.
Oh wait, now I'm confusing golf and something else. Anyway, so what's the most boring of sports to watch?
Football.
Okay.
Or basketball.
Because you don't know what's happening?
Yeah, I have so many friends that are like, I love football, I love basketball. And they're like, oh, I'm going to go watch this game and everything. And I'm like, so how does people do this? Where's the home run? That was a joke, by the way. But
no, he really doesn't know.
No, I actually don't know. I don't know much about either of them, and I feel like if I ever tried playing them, I probably would get like so many penalties or have to like sit out or something.
Okay.
Because
you played a little bit of basketball.
I mean, yeah, but they didn't use like all the rules that are supposed to be in there, I guess.
Right, just kind of like basketball with some kids around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So, okay. For me, the most exciting is, let's see. So I like watching a lot of the different ones on like the Red Bull channel. I don't think you would call like boxcar racing a sport. But, and not necessarily like the extreme sports either.
Yeah.
But the unique ones, right? If we're talking mainstream sports, which one can I tolerate the most? I watch a little bit of tennis. Volleyball is actually kind of fun.
Okay.
In the Olympics, Summer Olympics, is breakdancing? No. With the Summer Olympics this last year, I did like watching the kayaking. Like the whitewater ones where they had to be going against the current and everything.
Yeah, they had to like do an entire loop through it.
That was quite impressive.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, some more of those type of sports. I used to watch basketball growing up. Our family was actually big into the Utah Jazz back when like Karl Malone, John Stockton used to play. That's the same time that Michael Jordan used to play.
Okay.
And that's also when I stopped watching it. Was after some of those that I had grown up with had left and I had other things to do. I grew up playing football, and so I would watch college football, and that was fun. But I don't really watch those much anymore. I could sit down if somebody's has it on, but it's not something that I have to be following.
Okay.
Something I can never get into watching, though, was baseball. Sorry, it's going to offend a lot of people, because I know there's a lot of people that love watching baseball. but the games are long, and there's a lot of downtime to
I
it.
agree with you there.
And the seasons are long. I don't know however many thousands of games, not 1,000, but hundreds of games there are in the season. It's boring after a while. There's a lot of games, and they just seem to go slow. And I had somebody tell me, well, if you don't like baseball, it's because you don't understand it. I understand baseball. I understand what's going on. It just seems to move very slow for me. That's my opinion. Playing baseball is fine. I don't mind if I'm out there actually playing, even though it's still a lot of sitting. Unless you're in the outfield and you're just waiting for your turn to bat. You're just sitting on a bench waiting. At least some of these others have multiple people on out there as both offense and defense, right?
Yeah.
Not really offense, defense, and baseball. I guess outfielders, infielders, whatever. And then the batters and whatever it's called. I say I understand it, and now I don't even know what they're all called. But yeah, well, it would seem the most action happens while you're on what I'm going to call offense, or you're the batting team, the team that's up to bat. But really, the more action's happening while you're the defensive team or the outfielders at that point, right? As well as once you get the really good pitchers and everything, it seems like some games you're not even getting hits, right? You're just watching a guy see how fast he can throw a ball, and the other team keeps missing it. So, to me, that's more boring than even golf. I could actually watch golf and enjoy it. Yes, there's also a lot of waiting time as people start to aim up their shot, and you have this guy with this very smooth voice giving the commentary. It's like, he's looking at an 8% angle there. I think he's going to hit it up the slope. And, he's trying to describe it, make it all interesting while giving you perfect, sound to sleep to.
Nobody's going to want to listen to, oh, yeah, we're going to go, and, oh, he's about to hit the ball. It's about to launch over. Oh,
man, that's
how it should be. Oh. Well, I guess we got to go and tell those people, sorry about breaking their window.
That's how it should be. But again, I don't mind it because at least every time a golfer goes to swing, he hits the ball.
I mean,
unless it's me out there golfing, then every time I go to swing, I'm hitting the ball maybe 1 in 20. But that's not the case. We're talking about watching professionals out there doing what they do.
Yeah, with golf, did you know golfers bring 2 pairs of socks?
In case they get a hole in one?
Yep.
All right, so another sport that some people consider boring that I actually find interesting is curling. I'm not talking about with weightlifting, right? I'm talking on the ice. These people who their moms made them sweep the floor growing up, they really made that work for them, right? You have a guy sliding this puck. It's bigger than a hockey puck. It's a large thing. You have a whole bunch of people just sweeping. And I'm like, my my mom would have been great at that sport. But no, it's I find it kind of cool because unlike shuffleboard, where you kind of learn the thickness of the boards, and it's basically shuffleboard on ice.
Yeah.
But ice has a lot of irregularities or inconsistencies, and so that's why the people are out there sweeping but they're not just sweeping; they're sweeping and scuffing, because they're going to scuff up the ice so it doesn't go too far, but they're going to sweep the ice so that it has a smoother run up to that point.
Yeah.
And so you see these people, and anybody who calls it a boring sport, look how fast these people are sweeping. I mean, that takes some arm muscle there. But
you gotta quickly clean the house before your parents get home.
Right?
It's It's like you were drinking a bunch of soda and you're like, oh, dang it, I dropped it on the floor. Better hurry.
You sweep up soda?
Yes.
I think that's where...
Mopping helps too. That's what I mean.
Paper towel and then mopping,
yes. That's what I meant.
If you try to sweep up soda, you're going to have a bigger problem.
Or you spilled chips all over the floor. That's what I meant.
Sweep up the chips for.
Then what do you use a sweeper for?
For places that you can't get with a vacuum.
You can get most things with a vacuum.
No, there's certain hard floors and everything that they use a sweeper for, or broom. Outside.
I meant broom, right? I don't know what I meant by sweeper.
Well, you sweep with it, so it's kind of a sweeper,
true.
Right? Outside, definitely we don't use vacuums outside. I mean, maybe a shop vac for certain things.
Yeah.
But, anyway, so, yeah. Keep practicing your sweeping, and you may actually be able to do one sport. The next topic is chess. You did chess club in junior high.
Yep. I love chess. Chess is a strategic, really fun game. And if chess was a sport, I'd probably play that sport. I think chess might be a sport.
Well, okay. In previous episodes, we've discussed what could be considered a sport. At the competitive level, I guess, I mean, if they can consider esports sports, at a competitive level, chess could probably be considered a sport.
I mean, it takes a lot of muscle just to move one piece.
Well, you got to hit that timer every
exactly.
time. Right?
Because...
one piece and hit the timer.
Some things do, like the time attack chess, where you have to quickly do it as fast as you can. Like, okay, how am I going to beat this person within a certain time frame? There's also the chess that's like, I'm not going to even do a time attack. It's just last man standing. Like, tournament-wise.
Oh, okay, because I was like, well, really,
time,
it's not really last man standing, because if the king is in check, you win, no matter how many men are standing. Right? just saying.
I mean...
So you say if chess was a sport, that's a sport you would do.
Yeah.
And we've talked a little bit about your skill at chess in previous episodes. So I would go to say that you would probably be about as good at chess as you are at other sports.
Really
Is that a good assumption? Because so we mentioned that we mentioned that you were in chess club. You participated in some tournaments.
I failed miserably.
You participated in each week. You guys would play multiple games. So, what's your win ratio?
2 to 100.
I remember each week I'd ask you, "Hey, did you win a game?" And
it was mostly no.
Most of the time was no.
Because they put me against my friend that would have won the tournament, except for he made one wrong mistake, and the friend that I didn't even think was gonna get that far ended up winning. And I was like, wow.
Well, that's often with chess, right? You can have a completely planned out strategy, but one mistake, and it throws the whole game.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people don't realize about the strategy with chess is one move can basically win or lose you a game. It's really hard to recover from a bad move in chess.
Yeah. I had a lot of those.
The moment you started playing, that was
the blunder. That was the bad move.
I was never good or bad at chess. I would play it. I could beat you.
Yeah, I can't beat you in chess. I used to be able to beat my brother Caleb, but
he took on chess club as well, and
is way better than I am.
Mm-hmm. He learned. See, he learned from you.
He might be able to win against you, but we don't know.
Yeah, I haven't played for a while. But yeah, I would never play competitively, and I assume if I were to play against somebody who's a little little more knowledgeable about chess, I would just be completely defeated. I just kind of go with what looks best. I might plan like, 2 moves in advance. Well, maybe if I do this, then. But there's people that are like 10 moves ahead of that.
It's scary.
But that's the fun part is sometimes if you know you're playing against somebody who's 10 moves ahead, do something unexpected. Like, give up. No, but like,
Flip your king across the board. Hey, I'm done.
Throw your queen, right? Let them
pick it up and chuck it out.
No, not necessarily.
Then they can't see 10 steps ahead.
See if you can see this with that. No, you don't throw it at them, but let them take your queen, right?
Yeah,
that might throw off their whole strategy, and now they have to recalculate. And while they're thinking to themselves, you hurry and just move some pieces around on the board, and they won't notice. I'm not condoning cheating, but this is. But chess.
I am.
But this is chess. So.
I mean, you can't really cheat in chess unless you just like completely try to.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've had some players that will try, because I think the easiest piece to cheat with is the knight.
Yeah.
They'll pretend the knight's in one place and they'll move like one of those Tetris angles instead of the full L.
Yeah.
And be like, oh yeah, no, my piece was over here. I'm like, no, if it was over there, I would have taken it with this.
And then so they get kind of stuck there.
If you want to cheat, I guess the knight's the easiest one.
Mm-hmm.
But
you could also use the queen. Say that your queen wasn't where it was beforehand.
So we played an interesting version of chess. Some friends when I was in high school, and it never caught on, which I'm glad. But because currently the queen can move in any of the, cardinal directions or diagonal. But we said the queen can move in the same direction as any of the other pieces. So knights, so a queen could actually move in a knight pattern as well.
That would be horrible.
And it totally turned off, it totally shut down any of the planning that we had for that. I'm glad that rule never took off. Talking about house rules, though, I mean, chess is kind of hard to have your own house rules, but a game of Uno, right? How many people actually know what the rules of Uno are?
That's why you bring your instructions with you, just so that you can shut down any rule they made.
Because there's rules like stacking of the pluses that I swear I've seen the instructions before, but when I was reading the instructions the other day, it's not in there. And then there were some others that are just house rules that people have just come to believe are the rules of Uno, because nobody really reads them anymore.
So certain games, actually, certain Uno, had where the zeros, you'd switch hands, and not switch hands, you'd put hands in a circle, and then you shake them all out and do the whole bogey thing.
I was waiting for some punchline.
I was meaning, no, you'd actually swap hands to the left or to the right, and then you'd swap hands with sevens. I've played that one. That one's really weird.
Okay. I think I've seen something similar to that.
Or the double rule.
When we were at camp, didn't they have some different rules that they would play sometimes?
The double rule. Like, if you have the exact same card with the exact same number, exact same color, you can play it, and then you get to go again. And I'm like, well, okay.
You get to go again, or you can lay down both of the cards?
So you lay down as many of the pairs of that card as you have, put that down, and then you take another turn. It was weird, and I'm like, okay, I don't like this.
That would be kind of confusing.
Yeah, very much. And you had to call out the number or something like that before somebody else put it down, and it was so odd.
We have quite a few different Unos around here, each with just little rules.
Yeah.
Probably the the two most complicated, because a lot of the ones, if it's like a Mario Uno or a Minecraft Uno or something like that, it's one rule or one card that changes in it. Everything else remains the same. But we have a Uno Flip, which has colors on both sides, as well as we have Uno No Mercy, which basically every card is a penalty card.
That game can get crazy.
Yeah. And you can stack, but then if you have... So instead of trying to go out, which is very rare, once you get... If you have over a certain amount of cards in your hand, 25 cards in your hand, then you're out of the game. And the others keep playing.
So. Uno Flip, though, we had an entire tournament at another camp.
Uh-huh.
And I think Caleb won. I think he's still the Uno Flip champion to today.
I thought he won at like Speed or something. Was it Uno Flip?
Uno Flip.
Okay.
I don't understand how he won. Because Uno's just a game of like pure luck. Okay, I'm just gonna get this card. Plus strategy.
It's Caleb, though.
Yeah.
He has luck. He
has luck and strategy.
I grew up with like zero luck, and I don't want to admit it, you're not that lucky.
No, I'm not.
In things either. You take after me in that aspect. But Caleb, he'll like guess something or say something, or he's the one always winning prizes based off of luck. He just kind of has that gene. I think he took it from all the rest of us because nobody else in our family has that type of luck. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us today. That's the topics we have for this time. And hope you enjoyed it. And hope you'll join us next time. Midweek, we do have the YouTube exclusive videos, which focus more on, they focus more on things that require more of a visual. Like we did improv this last week, and we'll have different activities that are a little more, funny or cool, like more for the visual. All right. Thank you. Enjoy with us next time.
Thank you.